All right, thank you. We're going to talk about third-party payment. You've heard of Obamacare, right? Third-party payment, right? It says the patient should not have to pay for all of their health care. Okay, in some cases, low-income people, they don't have much to pay. Okay, so they get sick, we want to treat them, and so we provide ways to have third parties pay. So we start off with a graph for some medical service. Okay, and here it is in the free market, and here's the price, P0, Q0, and then we come along and say, for the sake of this graph, let's have the patient only pick up half whatever the bill is, right? So that it's more affordable. Now, there's an N there in case you can't tell what that is. The graph is a little small. Well, that means that the most anybody will pay is 2N, right? Because now somebody's picking up half the bill for them, and so as far as they're concerned, the same amount of out-of-pocket as before some third party, an insurance company or the federal government or state government. Colorado's going to vote on single-payer medicine here in a few months at the state level, so it isn't always the feds. Okay, so now the demand has increased from D0 to D1. Okay, so now we have a situation where a lot of additional health care will be demanded that is worth less to the patient. Okay, the original demand is based on the value to the patient, based on his or her paying it out of pocket. And here's the marginal cost, right? The supply line reflects the marginal cost of providing the service. Okay, so we have a dead weight loss based on moral hazard, as it's called. In other words, why was the original equilibrium at Q0? Because additional care, medical care, cost more and would have been charged more than it was worth to the patient. That's where you go into the doctor and you're hurting a little bit, and the doctor says, oh, that'll be $500, and you gasp and you say, no, I had other plans for that $500. It hurts a little bit, doc, and for $300, yep, $500, no, I think I'm going to let that heal on its own. Most things that you go see the doctor for, you're not going to die. It hurts, you want it to heal a little faster, you want the pain to go away, that your life and limb is not in jeopardy. Most healthcare is in that category, so you say, and now the doctor says it's $500, and you start your gasp. Doc, that's a lot of money. The doc interrupts your dissembling, and wow, that's a lot of money. Says, relax. Your co-payment and a little bit of a deductible, no problem. That's all. Oh, it's only $100. Oh, doc, full speed ahead. Okay, so see that accounts for this difference in the new equilibrium quantities. The additional output has a value to the patient, not worthless, worth less. Okay, it has a value, right? This zero is down here. This treatment that's foregone at the original price, that's all 100% out of pocket. The additional treatment is worth considerable. But not what it costs. If somebody else picks it up, yeah, sure, doc, I want it. Okay, see, out of this new price, okay, only half of that is to the patient. Notice that 1/2 of P1 is quite a bit more than 1/2 of P0, so the patient's scratching their head thinking, the last time I heard this service was $100. Okay, the government, they said they're going to pay half. Why am I being charged $70? Because this is now 140. See, and that's 70, and this is 100. See, the increase in demand that results from the moral hazard of somebody else is going to pay part of your medical bills is going to drive up the price.